What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 467th episode.
Yeah, we jumped ahead. Welcome to the future.
Oh, if we got to 600, oh boy. Hopefully this show would be significantly better. Hi, I'm your host, SBJ. With me is Greg.
Hello. I have been hunting the golden beaver to no success. I'm very sad that no golden beavers have shown up in my home or near me. I actually even put on an incense while at brunch today in an attempt to attract the golden beaver, and it did not happen.
The plump mouse Pokemon.
Yes.
Will is here.
Well, now I'm checking to see if I have a golden beaver. But while I do that, let me... I certainly do not. I still have that shiny Genesect, though. I need to inform our listeners that Knitting Time is no longer solely restricted to Pokemon Masters talk. We're doing it through the whole program now.
There's not enough Masters talk. You need to
exactly.
crank it up.
And this blanket's not going to knit itself, so...
Are you making me a blanket? That's so nice.
No.
Thanks, Will.
This is my retirement blanket for when I get my chair with the Georgetown seal on it. It's a blue and gray blanket that shall drape over the chair, and I shall point at it when people come to visit and say, that's my retirement chair.
Do you want to be buried in it?
No.
Okay.
I have 2 Bidoof in the house. None are golden. I got Skitty. Hold on. No shiny Skitty
I
either.
wanted my cashew butter.
Okay, so we have a Pokemon show for y'all today. We'll see how far Will makes it on his blanket for the video people. We got some Pokemon GO Drama. I'm already exhausted. We're going to put that for a little bit later.
Is there anything else? What else are we covering?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of 25th anniversary announcements. Did you miss those?
There was one that we can cover. That's also a headache, so we'll put that for later. Let's start off with the fun news this week.
What are we going to start with?
Score Bunny is available at Build-A-Bear.
No, we already covered that. Pokémon Company settles Pokémon Sword and Shield lawsuit. That's a banger to start off with.
I mean...
Did people sue over the Pokedex reduction?
They were...
This was the leakers.
They were suing leakers.
Ooh.
I have it off Polygon.com. The Pokemon Company has settled its November 2019 lawsuit. Can you believe Sword and Shield's almost 2 years old?
Yep.
Against 2 Sword and Shield leakers, according to court documents filed on Tuesday. The company filed the lawsuit in 2019 after photos of an unreleased Pokemon Sword and Shield strategy guide were published online before the game's release date. I remember looking at these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
The defendants are required to pay the Pokemon Company $150,000 each in damages and attorney fees. When the Pokemon Company first filed the lawsuit, I thought it was Nintendo that technically filed it, but it only had screenshots of the guides posted through a Discord chat. Throughout the we made sure those pictures were not in our Discord chat, I'll tell you that much. Throughout the lawsuit, the Pokemon Company discovered that one of the 2 defendants took the photos while employed by the company that was hired to print the strategy guide. The second defendant then shared those photos on Discord, from where they spread to a worldwide audience. The Pokemon Company said in the original complaint, the photos revealed features that were never before seen, like Gigantamax forms of certain Pokemon. That's true. I think that's when we found out about Hatterene for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, and Kingler, because people lost their... The Kingler stuff was cool. Pokemon Company said in its complaint that it reacted swiftly to the leaks, including issuing takedowns across the internet. These weren't the only leaks, however. Before and after those images were online, a Portuguese website published a series of leaks that have since got blacklisted by Nintendo. We covered that too. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yep, that whole website.
Because they gosh, what was their name too? Yeah, they had a pretty we were obsessed with the name.
This was 2 years ago.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ask. I don't know. I don't remember what we even said on last week's show.
Anyways, that's pretty much it. The two people who leaked have to pay $150,000. I'm sure they don't have that money. I'm sure. What is like the legal process? You can just file for bankruptcy and then move on with life.
Not quite.
It's not that easy. No. I
Possibly go to jail.
I mean, you can file for bankruptcy and they can't come after you for the money, but it ruins a lot of other things. So, like, there's no good way around it.
I mean, if you really want to know, they come after everything you own.
Yeah.
You're forced to sell everything that you own until you can pay them back.
I don't know if there's any lawyers that listen to the show or
I'm sure
people.
there are.
I know at least one lawyer that listens to this program.
I'm just curious how they get to that price, $150,000. Like, how is that number decided?
There are existing instruments that will tell you, like, based on reach and reputation damage, what the financial. I mean, in bringing the case to court, the Pokemon Company's lawyers will have identified this is what we see as the amount of financial damage that was caused to us by the actions of this malfeasor. That's part of taking something to court. You don't say, well, they did something bad to me, make them pay. No, you say, they did something bad to me, make them pay this much.
$2 million in damages.
The like goal, I guess, also is to probably scare people not to leak these again. But I feel like most people that leak are like, they won't catch me.
Well, no, so it kind of goes along the line with the concept of trademark, where if you don't put forth the energy to stop people from doing something, then it's an indication that you do not care whether they do or do not do that thing. So you do have to go after when it hits a certain level of notability, you have to go after it.
Yeah. I mean, the threat of lawsuit had always been there, right? Like, that has always been a thing. Like, we're going to go after leakers. We're going to take them down. So I think this is the first time, I think, where they've actually posted the results and the amount of money. And I think that's just with more notoriety. I think a lot of these things would have just been in court documents, and people would have been like, I'm sure it got taken care of. But, it was fairly big news at the time, so it's big news now, and they went and looked it up.
I saw like one or two comments that was like, I'm glad they leaked it because it prevented me from buying the game. And I couldn't help think to myself, like, you would have saw the game anyway.
Yeah.
That's there's financial damages right there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that thought process. Like, were you ready to buy the game day one without looking at it? If you were already on the fence, why wouldn't you just wait? Like,
Sarah B would had everything within 3 days, and they did. So,
just wait 2 hours after the game came out. Like,
we don't live in a culture of wait. Now, come on.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
I do, but
All right, some 25th anniversary news. This is like both cool and a bummer at the same time. This is off Pokemon.com. Celebrate some of Pokemon's greatest memories over 25 years of adventure, discovery, and friendship. The Celebration expansion offers plenty to be excited about, including an opportunity to scroll down memory lane with classic TCG cards. Add a joyous parade of legendary, mythical, and beloved Pokemon to your collection, including Mew, Ho-Oh, Zamazenta, Flying Pikachu, and Surfing Pikachu. Join the party with TCG Celebration Expansion. That is going to come out October 8th. 2021. It will have more than 45 cards, they say.
So 46.
Yeah, so not 50. Otherwise, they would have said
Definitely
more than
not 50.
It comes with 4 Pokemon V, 2 Pokemon VMAX, 25 classic cards, and there will not be booster packs. So this is a special set like Shining Fates was. So Shining Fates came out the week of the 25th Pokemon Day, sorry. Usually they do one of these sets. They're doing 2 this year. There will be a Dragapult Prime. So this is the cool thing about this set. They're taking gimmicks from older games. So Prime was a gimmick in like the Heart Gold Soul Silver era. There was a very popular Yanmega Prime that was really good. So they're taking a new Pokemon like Dragapult. They're making a Prime version. They're doing Lance's Charizard V and then Dark Sylveon V. That's cool because Gym Leaders was a gimmick. Dark Pokemon were a gimmick. There will be a pin collection. There will be an Elite Trainer box. There will be Mini Tens. There will be a Pikachu V Union. There's our V Union stuff we covered. There will be a Pikachu V Max. And there will be an Ultra Premium collection. And there will be a collector's chest. Those are all the different products coming out to celebrate these 45 cards. Yet there are 30 different boxes you could possibly buy. Maybe not buy, because they're probably going to be all sold out and impossible to find, because there's Charizards in these sets and there's Pikachus in these sets. And if we've learned anything in 2020 and 2021, it's that Charizard and Pikachu on cardboard sell very well.
It's not cardboard. It's card stock.
My mistake.
Oh, that whole wow.
I was there for that. I was watching your stream.
It's like a bummer because I feel like the TCG has gotten better. I know some people are like, they still can't get TCG stuff in their area. My targets in the Milwaukee area, don't need to bring it up every week, but we were the target that had the gun pulled out and then all the cards were pulled since then. That same target and the target near it has been flourishing with Pokemon cards.
Fully restocked. Top
no
to
baseball
bottom.
cards. But it was, you can come in, you can buy 2 sets. They had, I posted a video on Instagram about it. They had like 20 ETBs of Shining Fates. They had all the new battle tins for Chilling Reigns, battle styles. They had blisters and regular boosters of Chilling Reigns. They were loaded, very stocked. So at least targets in Milwaukee have been very good with the cards, and I think they will probably continue to be good until we get to Celebrations where this will happen.
They will get rated. Yes.
It's not like, I remember when Shining Legends came out, Shining Fates, Hidden Fates, like McChampion's Path, like these sets are always hard to find, regardless of what they put into it, because they're limited. But I don't know, maybe they'll learn their lesson and they'll print more than enough to...
No.
That's not going to happen.
No. That's not a thing. I mean, so what's the downside? What's the sadness?
The sadness is cards are going to be hard to find because of this.
Oh.
Right. People want the Charizards.
They want them Charizards. Are we going to move over to PokemonCenter.com?
Is there new stuff?
Yeah.
I mean,
how are you not on the fence about getting all of the relaxing river figures?
Oh no! Both of you, no. It's an invitation to disappointment. Is all that is.
Okay,
don't do it.
I will say this: the most recent Celebration Parade, a Toasty Treat Surprise figure. Makes me so happy I did not invest into this entire thing, because this one, you done Chorchik bad. Torchic is projectile vomiting upon Chimchar. It is
It's
a
very
bad
true.
look.
It is
It
very
is so
true.
bad.
I wish there was just an option to buy the whole parade. Like, give me the whole set.
Why? You've got that weird Froakie booger. You've got Torchic
Yeah.
upchucking.
Upchucking.
Why do you want it?
Eating too many nacho Doritos and spewing on Chimchar.
All owning that parade set it's an invitation for your future children when your future home is infested by Poltergeist the movie to turn into some horrible toy, evil, possessed creature that will torment them in the night.
You don't think the parade would appreciate and value next to the ancient Mews?
No, I don't.
No, it's no ancient Mew. It is never going to be an ancient Mew. It's never going to be close to an ancient Mew.
The only way that parade is going to appreciate and value is in 10 years when some YouTuber wants to make a video of why did the Pokemon Company ever make these products, and they can't find a copy of it. They're going to be, oh, that's Steve Sarumi. He had one.
He had one.
Let me reach out to him and offer him $50 for the set.
Old Sarumi up in Sarumi Mansion, surrounded by his Pokemon valuables.
The thing I wanted to collect was the Pikachu moods.
Yeah, they sold out quick.
And I got the first one, which was the sleepy mood or whatever, and then the second one sold out, and then this one sold out. I think this is the third one, the love mood.
Yeah.
And I'm an all or nothing kind of person. So since the second one sold out, I've left that collection. I'm done. If I can't get them all, I'm not interested.
You can get all the relaxing river figures though, all of them right there,
but
in a line for sale.
The mood figures are resin,
Mm-hmm.
and the relaxing river is resin, and I think their resin quality is just bad.
It is, but you can get all four of them. I really want to like the Snom blue polo shirt, and I don't like that it's a white horizontal line across the front. I'm very bummed by that. It's not good. But I am
also, who's wearing polos? It's not 2002 anymore, Greg.
What do you mean?
Who is sporting a polo?
Some of us
Many
need
people.
business casual workwear.
Are we still pretending that polo is like
Fits into the qualifications of business casual? Yes, we do. A wedding casual summer allows for polo shirts. Polo shirts have a cute collar. Now, whether or not you pop the collar, that is a different thing.
No, we don't do that.
We don't do that now. No. We don't. But polo shirts are still a viable shirt option. They are their own thing, and they can dress up a simple pair of jeans.
True.
For when you're going out to a restaurant and you want to look better than the schlubs around you, like Steve, wandering with his galaxy rainbow prance and his ugly hoodie.
I don't think I've ever looked at somebody wearing a polo and been like, wow, they really classed it up over here.
Well, over the dude in the tank top.
Yeah.
They certainly did.
Over some edgelord in the corner with his chain wallet and hoodie.
Yeah,
Heck
exactly.
Yeah.
That polo shirt's got buttons on it.
Yeah.
It takes effort.
This is a bad argument. No one wearing a tank top or a chain wallet and a hoodie is trying to look classy. The polo people are
they made those choices, and they made those choices to go out into the world.
Yeah, and that's fine, and I respect that choice. But don't put on a polo and then try to argue that, like, well, I look more respectable. No, buddy. You put on a polo, put on a button-up, maybe a tie, maybe a blazer or something.
You're wrong,
come on.
because you're living
formal.
You're living in this whole black and white world of it's either trash or it's class. No, there's something called decent.
Yes.
I wanted to look
decent.
Therefore, I wore an undershirt and a polo.
Yeah. I wanted to be comfortable.
I'm not going to halfway try to like pretend polo.
You halfway most things in your life.
No. Like I went out to a restaurant beginning of June. I had a gift card.
Snow tires.
Went to a steak place. We had to use the gift card. I put on a suit. Do you know why? Because I wanted to look good. I wanted to feel good. You know what you don't get with a polo? You don't look any better, and you don't feel any better.
Okay,
because
Barney
you're
Stinson.
a polo. No, just class it up. Put that suit on.
Heck
I
no.
am not wearing a tie. I am not putting some horrible thing around my neck. It is awful. It is
I
awful.
got zero issues with wearing the tie. Love the tie.
Go
I hate
out
the tie.
for a lovely evening at. Of course, I cannot go out for a lovely evening at the Bachelor Farmer because it doesn't exist anymore. But let's be hypothetical, travel back in time. I cannot go out for a lovely evening at the Bachelor Farmer with Greg and his husband and throw back some drinks and have some laughs and good time in a suit.
Correct.
But in a
Also,
polo,
you can.
It's 1,000 degrees
no.
here. I'm
Suits
not putting
are not
on
there.
that
There is
many
no
layers.
joy. There is no
I
joy
love-
in suits.
I
Suits
love
are for
wearing a
weddings
suit.
and funerals. and
Only.
for going to your corporate job that you only went to because you sold your soul.
Yeah.
And you've got nothing. You're an empty husk of a human being. So
Correct.
you might as well decorate that husk with a florid tie.
Do you know what I
Correct.
think is classier than a polo? A turtleneck.
What is wrong with you?
This is
You
the
put a-
Turtlenecks are to
70s
hide
calling.
hickeys and to hide hickeys only. Turtlenecks are for ski wear, for being out in the cold. A turtleneck says, I want to be Steve Jobs because I don't understand what that means.
Steve Jobs.
And I want to pretend that I'm somehow cool, so I'm going to wear a black turtleneck and be like an Uber geek. There is nothing classy about a black
No.
turtleneck.
If
At
I
that
was-
point,
if-
No. The
I
70
mean-
the time travel police from the 70s
Yeah.
are coming to get you and drag you back to the era where you belong.
I mean, put on
If
your
I was at,
turtleneck
like,
and
an
your
old
bell bottoms and your tennis sweater and just be done with it.
If I was at like an old country buffet and there's a table with a dude sitting with a polo on and a table with a dude sitting with a turtleneck on, I bet you that turtleneck guy is 10 times fancier than the polo
I
guy.
bet you
bet
that
you that
turtleneck
turtleneck guy does things in his home that we can't talk about on this
Correct.
program.
Also, I bet you that turtleneck guy's 1,000 years old.
I mean,
Yeah, but
I cannot lie. I used to own turtlenecks. I used to rock turtlenecks under my sweaters
Yes,
in
the appropriate.
1986.
Yes, when that was appropriate. Or when you're out on the ski slopes having a rich day in the mountains.
I mean, you may not understand this as a
Millennial.
non-Will and Greg, but turtlenecks are not attractive.
They aren't.
Turtlenecks. I look at a dude wearing a turtleneck and I say, thank you for letting me know
Yeah,
ahead of
yeah,
time that I
yeah.
do not want to date you.
Yes.
Because
What
of
are
your
you- what
poor
are you
choices in life.
What are you hiding under there? What hideous things are being covered up? Open up that polo collar. Let me see them sweet, clean necklines.
Something. Those neck tendons. You got to
Neck
expose
tendons.
the neck
I need to
tendons.
know.
I mean, are there? Maybe we need to do a public service announcement to our listeners who are like, "I'm trying to get dates and I can't get any dates," and it's like, "Hey, buddy, if
Hey,
you're wearing the turtleneck,
And you're going to
That's-
Arby's, get lost.
that's part of the reason why you're not getting any dates,
Yeah.
friend. Ditch the turtlenecks."
That being said, I
Full
cannot
suit.
commit to these relaxing river figures.
Why?
What?
It meets your requirements.
I can get them all. True.
Yep.
It has my boy Pikachu. True.
Yep. It's got Psyduck as a floaty. It's all the starters from Kanto because you're a Gen 1er.
That's
So
far
they're
from
limited release. They probably only made a certain amount of these, and then they're going to be gone forever.
True. Clearly, other people feel the same that I feel of these because they haven't sold out.
Yet.
Can we talk about the $55 grill set?
Yeah.
Does it
Well,
include a
first,
butter dish?
Let's,
It kind of
let's
looks
swing
like.
by. Are you getting the 25 stemless glasses? The 25th anniversary stemless
No, I have
glasses?
way too many glasses.
Okay. All right, let's
I
go
just
to the barbecue
like
set.
if there's one thing I don't need anymore, it's cups. Like I ain't got room for them.
Yeah,
I need
barbecue
less
set.
cups, honestly.
All right, well, start breaking things.
Irene did a crime in our house of throwing away our hot box pizza cups because we had too many of them.
That
It's gone.
That is a crime.
It's an actual crime. I was collecting so many of them.
You're filing
Yes.
for divorce. It was a short-lived marriage.
used to
I'm
like
very
Irene.
sorry.
Greg, remind me of this the next time that Irene
Okay.
asks us for consultations about appearance-changing factors.
Yep,
And
we
the
will
answer
say,
is, I have no truck with folks who throw away the hot box cup.
I'm just going to respond. Excuse me, hot box? Cups? No. No, this is over. We're done.
Greg, are you getting the egg incubator bag so you can
No.
put a plush Roselia in it
No.
so when you walk around on Go Fest,
No.
people know that you got the Roselia in the bag?
That was a
See, now
very
you're thinking
long.
about it.
There's a long thing that should have stopped when I said no all along it, and then you still went for the bad ending, which is still a no. I don't want to carry a bag around. A plastic bag in the middle of the summer on
But
my
you're
back.
carrying your child.
It's not my child. I didn't give birth to it. It doesn't talk to me. It's sealed. I'll carry a sealed plastic bag with Roselia stuck in there like some trophy Pokemon. No. Are you going to get it and stuff all of 10-foot Meowth in there?
No, because I'll probably have like a stream backpack on it. And that'll
What if
make
they
me,
require that? Oh, wait. That's
they
next
require
year.
you to have the bag.
No. They require that you have a clear backpack like they've done in the
Yeah.
past. I'm like, but it's not going to be this
But it's
year.
not
That'll
gonna
be
be
next
this year.
year.
I mean, if there was a clear backpack requirement, then I'd probably get it. All right, so $54 for barbecue tool set that is not worth it.
Okay, it's clear this year, if there's anything the 25th anniversary has proven, it's that the Pokemon Company
Is out of
found
ideas.
another company that has a catalog of items, and they flip through said catalog, and they point at things, and they say, put Pikachu on it, and then we put it up on the website. Case in point, this grill collection, which is like... Look, they got like 5 pictures on the website. It's kind of hard to gauge, but it looks like... So they have a porker, the 2-prong
what?
thing. I don't know what to call it. I'm gonna call it a porker.
It's
'Cause
a
you
fork.
Yeah, it's like a big fork.
It's a grilling fork, but where do you get porker from?
Because you
'Cause
pork with pork.
Yeah, you pork the
pork.
pork. It has just. It is like the standard thing you would probably find at Walmart for $20.
Yeah,
and they've
it's a-
just put a very small stencil Pikachu on the bottom.
Yes.
And then they got the tongs, and then they got the
The
spatula.
what?
The tongs.
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 That's what I said.
Tongs.
And then they got
Now
the
who's got the
spatula.
fake accent, Steve?
They got the spatula with the Pokeball.
Yeah,
It just looks
The Pokemon
so...
spatula is kind of cute.
Okay, the
but-
most
Generic,
important
though.
the most
Oh, yeah.
important thing is the apron. That's
Yeah.
what all the Pokedads are out to get.
But it's not in the set.
It says
the apron's-
Pokemon Summer Days grilling apron. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
a
the-
different item, but
yeah,
it's part
the
of the
apron-
Oh,
set.
yeah. It's not
The
part of
apron's like
this set.
$35 on its own.
Just get the apron.
I want to buy useless. I want to buy a Pikachu butter dish. I want to buy things like this. But I feel like the Summer Day Grilling Set 3-pack for almost $60.
Nah.
There wasn't a lot of thought put into this.
Here's the problem.
I
And
want to believe it's good quality.
Do we know what date that this was added to?
It was added on
It was
Tuesday.
added, Tuesday.
Okay, so they obviously missed the mark because there are 3 things that exist in this world. Dads who like to grill and children who don't know what to get their father for Father's Day.
Yes.
I mean, dads who like Pokemon, who like to grill,
Grill.
and children who don't know what to get their father for Father's Day.
Absolutely.
This would have been the perfect.
If I had made the mistake and had children, I would have probably gotten this set.
If you are serious about grilling, you probably have like $80 tongs that
Have
are
you
sig-
met
significantly better quality than this.
85% of the United States of America? This is for our worldwide listeners. Welcome to folks from India to Saskatchewan.
France,
in America,
England,
it is
Scotland.
men enjoy grilling with zero skill. but they are adamant that they are going to grill. So no one is a grilling enthusiast and investing heavily in the, except for the actual, what is that machine that you cook on? The actual grill?
The grill.
Right?
The Weber grill.
They will spend like $10,000 just so that they have a better grill than their buddy. But the actual tongs?
Nah.
I went to Home Depot, got 2 pieces of metal, and put a spring between them. That shows you what kind of a man I am right there. I made my own tongs.
This is a set that you put into a frame and hang on the wall and never dirty them.
I can't wait for all the angry grill enthusiast letters.
Okay, are we skipping the fact that it looks like at the end of both the spatula and the grilling fork, that looks like a bottle opener?
I think maybe, but I thought it was just to hang them up on the side of the grill.
I mean,
but they could probably open bottles.
They got that lip for the bottle opener right there. They got that lip in them.
I'm sure by the end of the year we'll figure out exactly what catalog they're ordering from, and we can just be like, oh yeah, this is the same catalog Harley Davidson is using. Same exact spatula set. It's just they threw the Harley logo on the bottom.
Brandedcontent.com for all your branded content needs.
I don't know what factory in India. I'm almost positive the resin figures are being made in India. I think that's where they're from.
It says China in their thing.
Yeah, but when I got the Sleepy one, and then I think the Pikachu Salt and Pepper Shaker, I think they say India on the boxes.
So there's lies on this website, is what you're saying.
Hey, could be manufactured in China, packaged in India. This is something that can happen.
I'm just not sold on any of their resin figures. Maybe they need a different factory or quality control.
They
I
need
don't know.
a better resin scientist.
Yes.
Okay. Let's take a break. When we come back, we got some Pokemon Go stuff. And yeah, we got some plans for Go Fest and some outrage and some other stuff. So we will be right back.
What is a Nidoran supposed to be?
It's a mix of porcupine,
A rabbit?
Dinosaurs,
mouse,
Whales?
jackalope,
probably a horse, and hamster. Porcupine,
a rabbit, dinosaurs, mouse, whales, jackalope.
Probably a horse.
and hamster.
Yeah, but then what is a Nidoran supposed to be?
Porcupine,
A rabbit?
Dinosaurs,
mouse,
whales, jackalope,
probably a horse, and hamster. Porcupine,
A rabbit?
dinosaurs,
mouse,
whales, jackalope.
probably a horse, and hamster.
And we are back from our break. Shout out to Brandon from our Slack for sending in the lawsuit stuff. Tone for sending in the celebration stuff. And Alex for sending in the Pogo stuff. Let's talk about the Pogo news before we get to the Pogo drama.
Okay.
So they updated the raid stuff. And they announced that Raid Day will feature every legendary Pokemon discovered in Pokemon Go so far. So let's start there.
Raid Day or the second day of Go Fest?
The
second day of Go Fest is
which
called Raid Day.
Okay, thank you.
It says, trainers, we have received reports that every legendary Pokemon discovered in Pokemon Go will be appearing in 5-star raids. Strange, right? This sort of event hasn't happened in the world of Pokemon Go before, so we're just as puzzled as you.
Sure
Hopefully
you
we will
are.
get answers during the event to why that is happening. There's your story. There was a story for why Team Rocket took over Go Fast last time. I'm sure no one read it. They just probably clicked all through it and
I mean, I did,
moved on.
but I don't remember it.
From Sunday, July 18th from 10 to 6, legendary Pokemon will appear globally in 5-star raids. Each Pokemon will be appearing during one of 4 themed raid hours during the event. So from 10 to 11, And from 2 to 3, Mewtwo, Ho-Oh, Latias, Latios, Regigigas, Altered Form Giratina, Cresselia, Virizion, and Therian Form Tornadus will appear. In Lava Hour from 11 to 12 or 3 to 4, Moltres, Entei, Regirock, Groudon, Heatran, Reshiram, Terrakion, and Therian Form Landorus, this is a mouthful, and Yveltal will appear in 5-star raids. From Frost Hour, 12 to 1 or 4 to 5, Articuno, Suicune, Lugia, Regice, Kyogre, Palkia, Kyurem will appear, plus Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf will appear in the regions they normally appear in. And then finally, during Thunder Hour from 1 to 2 or 5 to 6, Zapdos, Raikou, Registeel, Rayquaza, Dialga, Cobalion, Therian Form Thundurus, Zekrom, and Xerneas will appear in 5-star raids. Mythical Pokemon will not be appearing in 5-star raids. You'll get 10 raid passes that can be used in person, 10,000 bonus XP. Completing timed research will give you up to 8 remote raid passes. And then there will be a bundle that will contain 3 remote raid passes that will be available in the shop that day as well. And tickets available now.
So they don't really mention, are the ones that have previously been shiny, can they still be shiny in this event, or is it a non-shiny event?
I would assume that they wouldn't turn off shinies.
Yeah, I would assume the same. Shiny on is shiny on.
Yeah, but we have been in shiny off times before.
Those are usually accidents.
Yeah, but they don't specifically say, which makes me concerned.
Well, the problem, I guess, okay, so people really want shiny Dialga and Palkia. So you could maybe be like, are they going to turn those shiny?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Zekrom and Xerneas and Yveltal and the other one, Reshiram, those are still like too new. But I guess I could turn those shiny as well. I mean, whatever.
I mean, they'll do whatever they want.
You're in a weird situation because, like, whether or not they turn on shinies, if you're at, like, Mall of America, let's just say we're at Mall of America, there's 7 gyms, and Reshiram pops, and it can't be shiny, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to be like, I'm not going to do this raid that I can access at any point in this mall and just ignore it? Or are you just going to, like, wait 30 minutes for it to despawn and for the next one to pop up?
Well, I mean, hopefully the other ones that you want are at the other gyms, right? So, like, you can pick and choose which ones you're going for.
Yeah. But there's going to be, like, let's the dichotomy of Pokemon Go trainers. There's so when they announced this, I the first thing I thought of was my sister, who she's like level 32 or whatever. She's been playing since day one. She plays with her kids a lot. She never does community days. She never does like these events like Bidoof, but she will always do like a Go Fest or like a big ticketed event.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember last year, her biggest disappointment with Go Fest was she didn't get enough legendary Pokemon. And the year before that, she was disappointed with day one because she was hoping she would get a legendary Pokemon, which the legendary Pokemon for Go Fest were saved for day 2. That was like the Shadow, or Shadow, Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, and the Mewtwo. Or was that all last year? I don't remember.
That was last year.
That was last year.
But once she got the legends, she was like happy because she doesn't have a lot of people to raid with. So doing these events, like, and getting legendary Pokemon are exciting for her. So I would imagine that if somebody just started playing Go during the pandemic, or somebody, hasn't been playing Go since day one, this is a great opportunity for them to get a lot of Pokemon that they are missing. Because like us three, we probably got like Regirock, Regice, and Registeel the first time. And then when they came back the second time, we were like, oh, we don't care. And then they came back as shiny, and I wanted the shiny. You guys didn't care.
Nope.
And then now they're coming back again for this event, but I don't care, right? I already have enough of them, and I already have them as shiny. So I feel like you have a lot of people being vocal, being like, "Oh, I already have a lot of these." But yeah, correct, you do.
Correct.
You've been playing for 5 years, of course you do. But I would assume that Niantic and Pokemon are not dumb, and the majority of players do not have every single legend. And for $5, you get access to this event. They make a big deal about it. They force everyone to play. It's going to be very easy to get these legends.
Force everyone to play. Yep.
Well, you could be like Will and spend the money and not play.
Yeah, true.
Yes, correct.
So I think event-wise, I think it's a good event.
I think it's a good event. I mean, it's a 5-year catch-up, let's do everything event, right? Like everything is back. It's a new players and old players. It's a nostalgia for Pokemon Go, which is weird to say, but it is 5 years, so whatever. It boggles my mind to some extent when people who have played the game for years are upset that events come back.
Well, I actually look at it a little differently. I look at this as Pokemon Go saying, "Hey, buddy, you know how you give up every Tuesday night, how you take off time from work, and you're so obsessed, and like on Tuesday nights you drive around to literally 30 raids within the raid hour so that you can do absolutely every single one. So not only can you get the shiny, but you can get the shiny with the highest stats and everything." They're like, "Dude, chill.
This
Okay.
is your time to relax."
But no, not like it's like we are casting judgment on how you have been playing this game for the past. We did not intend for you to be so obsessed. You should relax, because guess what? We always bring it back around.
We always bring it back
around.
So
So you didn't need to give up so much of your life for this.
So you have a player like my sister, which is probably a lot of people. You know, they're missing legendary Pokemon. They don't get to do raids that often. They do these big events. They will probably focus on the ones they're missing to fill out their Pokedex. Then you have like the battler people who they need a good Reshiram. They need a good Zekrom. They will ignore every Regirock and Heatran's actually pretty okay. Virizion. They will ignore those because they're looking for whatever for Go Battle League or for raid carries. And then I feel like you have players like me, which unfortunately that turns into Greg and Will, where, we're doing every one that we can because we're already here.
Yeah.
So we're going to make the most of our time. We've already sunk the $5 in, and we already bought raid passes. So we might as well, instead of waiting for the next 30 minutes, we might as well just do this one.
Yeah, Heatran better be okay. Your entire bachelor party was a lie.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I mean, the problem is like your location. Are you in an area that has 10 raids? And if you're not in an area that has 10 raids, do you have access to a Discord or unfortunately a Facebook group where your other people can say, "Look, I got the Giratina," and you're like, "Oh, thank goodness I only got Thundurus over here," and you can join in. It also seems I did ask Niantic this, and they said further details will be revealed, which the further details are you get all these raid passes. Because my thought process is, well, if you are charging $5 for an event, and you're saying day 2 of the event is raid focused, how do you want your players to play the 8-hour event for raids when raids cost money?
They want you to spend money on raid passes.
Like, how do you envision that working? And they said, well, we'll get free raid passes. We'll talk about that at a later date. Here's that later date. So 10 local raid passes, plus technically your 1 free one, so 11. 8 remote raid and 3 more remote raids. So that's 22 raid passes in 8 hours. I guess that's like probably what maybe
normal
like,
people. That's great.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like raid trains when they do like the Wednesday night thing where they boost it, and I feel like if you have a really good group, you could probably do like 10 of them. If you have like a slow group, you could maybe do like 6.
Yeah, but that's in 1 hour.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking of more like when we used to do the like the Saturdays, and they would have like they did the Kanto birds and everything, and like those raid trains would be doing 30 or 40. Because they go in, you start the raid, you start walking towards the next one.
But those are 3-hour events.
Yeah.
But in the sense of like needing to remote in, that is just more time consuming. You can't, like when you're in person and you're doing a raid train and you have like 20 of you and you all jump in and then you start doing it and then you start walking to the next one, it's very easy to coordinate. Yep. So that's why you can do so many.
But you can't use remote raid passes locally.
You can.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. Because there's a gym down the street from my house, and if I see something good in there, it's too far for me to be a local.
Yeah, but if you are like if we're in Mall of America and we are standing next to the thing, can you choose to use a remote raid pass instead of a regular raid pass?
Oh, no. I think you have to be out of the circle.
So, really...
Well, then you just walk to the other side of the mall.
Yeah, you just walk. Yeah, you just walk.
Make a mall remote.
I would assume for like a normal person, 20 some raid passes is enough, because I'm also assuming that person is probably not going to play all 8 hours.
Right.
And if they are going to play all 8 hours, they probably have no problem spending more money. They might complain about spending more money. But...
Well, look, it's the big event, the one big event of the year for this game that you're so obsessed with. Save up a little bit to splurge on the Go Fest.
I'm just trying to lay out what that day looks like for both sides of like casual and hardcore. Like for me, though, my thought process is like, I don't care about Regice, I don't care about Lugia, I don't care about Entei, I don't care about Suicune. Like, I do want to do Palkios and Kirums and Reshurams, but again, we're going to be at a place with 7 gyms. And I'm sure, and at least during the Kanto tour, they were spawning for like 15 minutes and then rotating out. Mm-hmm. So if all the gyms are Regice, I guess I could do the Regice, but I don't want to. But then, do I just wait 15 minutes?
I mean, like, it's not like we can't. It's not like we can't fill time.
Yeah, I know. It's
like I don't think I have a Virizion. So there's some of the ones that I just don't.
Oh, I certainly have none of these, except Articuno, which they gave me for free, I think.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it will be an interesting event in just sort of coordinating what everybody wants and needs to get from it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and can we also remind folks, it's the opposite of our previous scold warning and annotation. If I am set to not online on Pokemon Go, please do not invite me to 6 raids.
The real question is, which Mega are you going to be running?
Well, I only have one, so it'll be that one.
None.
The Beedrill?
Lopunny.
Oh, you have Lopunny. Lopunny's good. Get that fighting bonus.
I'm not running any of them, I don't think.
You get the bonus candy.
Yeah.
I don't care about the candy.
I
got so much candy. I got so much Stardust.
I have candy coming out my ears.
Not of Dialga. You need that bonus Dialga candy.
Oh, I'll get one Dialga candy, which will do nothing towards powering it up.
Yeah, what am I going to do with Dialga candy?
Power him up with it.
I don't power up Pokemon.
Invest back in.
No.
No.
The night before Go Fest, we're going to power up you some Pokemon. So
because then I might accidentally finish one of these research tasks that I've been avoiding for the past 30 years.
The other PokemonGoLive.com. Together, we raid a summer of celebrations of raid battles. Raid battles will see the following updates: trainer achievements, complete certain amount of actions during a raid. You will be featured afterwards. Art and user experience. Raids will look better than ever. Various quality of life updates. Trainer achievements have been added. For example, at the conclusion of a raid, trainers who dealt the most damage or used a Mega Evolved Pokemon will be able to showcase for being a valuable participant. Here are some of the trainer achievements you can earn: delivering final attack, dealing most damage, keeping a single Pokemon alive in battle for the longest, using the tallest Pokemon, joining from the furthest raid distance, using Mega Evolved Pokemon, changing your avatar's clothing or pose, using most charged attacks. The first time you earn a trainer achievement, you will receive a medal that you can level up from bronze, silver, and finally to gold. You can even download your trainer achievement card featuring your avatar to share with your friends on social media.
Nice.
And then the art and UX will be updated. I think you can maybe already see that in game. If you click on like a Team Instinct, it's like yellow with these black slashy lines, and then if it's Mystic, it's blue.
Wait, when did these special whatever achievement? When did that start? Did that start already?
It started on like Thursday night.
Okay, because I was doing raid this morning. Don't ask me why. It just happened.
It happened sometimes.
I was doing it alone, and when I finished killing that poor little Timber, I got a pop-up on my screen that said, "You dealt the last blow." Yeah, and I was like, "I also dealt the only blows." Like, what are you trying to tell me here? Was that one of these things?
Yes.
Okay.
This is going to be my PSA for this, because I saw some, rumblings. And I'm on Twitch a lot, so I hear people's first impressions when these features roll out.
You on Twitch a lot? That's surprising.
I'm on Twitch a lot, and I think I saw this in our Slack and our Discord of people maybe expressing their concerns of using the tallest Pokemon in battle. People might bring Executors just to get this, or keeping a single Pokemon longest in battle. People might bring Blissey to get this, and that would encourage bad Pokemon being brought to raids. This is what I will say. If those people really want those achievements, let them have those achievements. They mean nothing. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. It's like the sticker complaint where people are like, these stickers are so useless. What am I supposed to do with them? Nothing. They're just fun. Have you ever received an actual postcard in the mail and somebody slapped a sticker on it and you're like, why did they slap a sticker on it? Because they're trying to make an enjoyable thing that means nothing. You'll look at it for one day and then you'll throw it in the trash and then you'll never... These are just fun things. If somebody at the end of the raid goes, wow, my Pokemon was the tallest, they're not going to remember it in 10 minutes. It's whatever. It's just a fun, dumb thing. And if somebody really wants to always have the tallest Pokemon amongst everyone in battle, let them have it. It's fine. It doesn't mean anything. Your raid might take 5 seconds longer because they're using a Alolan Executor. And
or you may
Mega
fail
Houndoom.
it.
It's true, you might fail it.
Well, if you fail it, then they don't get the prize.
That's true.
So eventually everyone will learn their lesson.
Yeah.
I think it's fine, though. I definitely... There has been games where at the end of the game, Monster Hunter did this. I think it was Monster Hunter Generations will. Where at the end of the hunt, it would be like, oh,
Monster Hunter World, that was not Generations.
Oh, it was World. It was like, oh, you were the Mount Master, or you did the most damage.
You did the most damage, yeah.
Or you did the most... grapple king or whatever.
Or like assist heals, that kind of thing. Yep.
But like when I was doing those hunts, I never thought to myself, oh, I really need to be the Graplock master. Like I just you just happen to get that at the end and you're like, oh, I guess I did grapple the most. Like it's just like a fun thing that popped up that you didn't really think about.
Once you realize that all achievements are worthless, you can just let it go and not care.
Right. I mean, I don't think anyone is being like, well, I got 16 platinum trophies on the PlayStation Network and then like quickly updating their LinkedIn to be like...
I mean, you are, but nobody else is.
Yeah, but that's, Sony trying to get Sony to,
Trying to get Sony to sponsor you.
Greg, the achievement of peace in your heart through quiet contemplation and meditation is a true great reward. So not all achievements are worthless.
Didn't give me a medal, so. Community Day, Will. We doing it?
When is that?
Saturday the 3rd.
I mean, it's
It's a Sunday,
possible.
right?
It's possible.
What?
Is it Sunday?
No,
Sunday's
Saturday,
4th of July,
3rd.
buddy.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Sunday's 4th of July. Saturday, July 3rd from 11 to 5. Tepe!
We could do some of that. I do like
Yeah.
me a tepig.
I like
And
a
then
tepig.
we could get like pulled pork barbecue.
Ooh, should I come down towards your area this time, not the art park?
I do know some barbecue places. We'll discuss it. We'll
All
figure it out.
Okay.
Last one is the drama here. This says, trainers. One of the delights of Pokemon Go is finding Pokemon in the real world. Walking around, discovering new places, meeting up with groups of friends. Yeah, like you guys were just planning.
I have been saying this since day one. Even before the game came out, I remember myself saying, it's Pokemon in the real world, Steve. Stop hating on it.
Yeah, Steve.
At their core, Niantic built the game around these ideals of exploration, exercise, and playing with friends. As we said last month, they bolded said,
Which is weird.
how we all play has changed a lot in the past 15 months. With the onset of the global pandemic, we realized that we had to change the model for our game. We could no longer take going outside and meeting people for granted. We've learned a lot. Thank you for coming along as we navigate through this together. Today, we will be moving towards recovery, and we are announcing new exploration bonuses that make it rewarding to play outside are coming over the next several months, including bonuses for spinning spots, playing in-person raids, and getting in those steps. Bonuses introduced last year, we plan to change or remove, and we will be first testing in the US and New Zealand, followed by other countries based on local conditions. And they then said bonuses introduced last year we plan on keeping, including first catch of the day, Go Battle League, and trainer battle requirements. We will only remove these bonuses after Go Fest 2021. Starting in the United States and New Zealand, we wanted to give you advance heads up of what's coming and our thinking behind it. As we said last November, they bolded the word said again.
Well, it's because it's a link to their updates, which is just like, so it's so passive aggressive. Whatever.
Yeah, but the problem is if they don't do it, people will be like, you lied. And they're like, no, we didn't. We said specifically here. We're committed to doing this in a staggered way that makes sense for each place in the world to help people safely and then to return outside again. These changes are aimed at the focus of Pokemon Go on movement and exploration in the real world. These changes will slowly be introduced and carefully making it more exciting to explore the world around you. Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of fluff here. Okay, new bonuses for playing in the real world. There's a 3-part step. These will be first in the US and New Zealand. You will receive up to 2 free raid passes a day. Seems good. It's 100% more raid passes. The benefit from increased incense effectiveness while moving around. That makes sense. Incense should work better if you're moving, in my opinion. Be guaranteed gifts when spinning a Pokestop as long as you don't have maximum gifts in your inventory. Also good, especially since I feel like people complained that it was hard to get gifts. So they're saying if you have 19 gifts, you spin that stop, you're guaranteed that gift to get you to 20. And you will receive 10 times the bonus XP for spinning a Pokestop the first time. Yeah, I don't really care about that, but whatever. Bonuses introduced last year that we plan to remove or change. Over the last year.
So the bonuses that they said here will end September 1.
Yes. So they said, I think they say this maybe at the end, that they want bonuses to rotate out per season. So just like seasons have for the Seasons of Legends, you got bonus XP for doing raids. And the one season, there was something. I don't remember what it was. So they do want to. They said some bonuses they'll tweak, some bonuses they'll change, some bonuses will go away, new bonuses will come in. Bonuses we introduced last year that we plan to remove or change. Okay. Over the past year, incense effectiveness was increased to attract Pokemon to you more frequently, even if you weren't able to leave at home. After the change, the effectiveness will be set at the standard level when you're stationary, and increased effectiveness will kick in when you're moving. We'll come back to that. Previously, your buddy will bring you more gifts each day, up to 5 gifts at once, up to 3 times a day. This was because we knew trainers were running low on supplies like Pokeballs and berries to catch Pokemon. As we move to encouraging trainers to play outside, they will continue to receive supplies spinning stops. After the changes, the frequency of these buddies will be reduced. Okay, no one cares about this. The buddies brought like 2 potions and 1 Pokeball, and that's only if you actually like paid attention to it. Like, I don't think anyone cared about this change.
I disagree, but okay.
Did you rely on it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I never relied on it because my thing was always full.
Yeah, all the time.
Like, my bag was always full, so I could never receive things for buddies.
There are no stops near me, like, that I was in my house. The only way I was getting anything or gifts to send to friends was through my buddy. When I was trying to push
this is different from your buddy going out to the Pokestops and grabbing stuff. This is the little thing that they wrap up in a leaf.
Mm-hmm.
And
this is the leaf.
You have to AR them.
It
doesn't give you much. It really
no, it
doesn't.
never did. It was like 1 potion and 1 Pokeball.
No, I mean I've gotten a lot from that bag. I've gotten huge swaths of potions, tons of
I feel
berries.
like I would get way more if there was an option of like I need Pokeballs and I need stuff. I would just open my 30 gifts and I would be maxed.
That's what where my
like if you were like I'm out of stuff to do, open your gifts. Like I don't even have time to open my gifts. Again, I'm a hardcore player. So, but like the reason I don't end up opening 30 gifts a day is because I have to 90% of my game is storage management. So it's like I got to delete berries, I got to delete Pokeballs. Now I can open all 30 gifts, but that also takes like 15 minutes to do. So I'm just going to skip it because I already got max items. Previously,
that's why you haven't opened my gifts. No,
I haven't opened your gifts either because I don't need your friendship bonuses.
Pokestop and gym interaction distances were increased. To enable people to engage from further away. After this change, the distance will revert back to the standard distance when it makes sense in different places, though it may be increased during future events or past certain events. Okay, so what I just read here was what people were the most angry about. So we'll come back to that. Remote raids have been an important part of the game in the past year, and we're going to continue evolving them. Our intention is to find the right balance between remote play and in-person play, so stay tuned for more details. Many of these in-person raids changes will be to prepare for the eventual return of EX raids. Hot take, I love EX raids.
I hate EX raids.
I love them so much. I love knowing that the EX raid is at 1 p.m. and when I will go there, there will be other people there because we're all on a schedule and we do it and we leave. I love it. It's great.
The times and locations that they chose for these EX raids, if you work a full-time job, are not very conducive to that.
Yeah, but I hate that argument. Not everyone is 9 to 5, though. That's such a bad argument.
It's not a bad argument. It's a realistic argument. There are a ton of people who play.
Argument. Yes.
There's a ton of people who play this game.
Yeah, and there's a ton of people that are not 9 to 5. I went to plenty of EX raids that were on Saturdays and Sundays. I went to plenty EX raids that were after 6 o'clock.
Yeah, but not all of them are not all of them are at that time either. If they're saying EX raids are, I don't care for them for that reason. It was a hit or miss whether you got it, and it was a hit or miss if you got something that actually worked for you. It is not my ideal way of doing raids.
What if they reintroduce them and say, we'll assign you a time at first, but if that time doesn't work for you, then you can request a reschedule?
I would like that. I would like that.
Or give you 2 options. Like we have a Wednesday afternoon or we got a Friday evening. Which one do you want?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be a better implementation of EX raids. I'm not a huge fan of EX raids.
Bonuses introduced last year that we plan on keeping. All right. Incense will remain at 60 minutes. Great. Perfect. Mm-hmm. No more walking for Go Battle League. I'm sure people were very excited about that. You can challenge any trainer using a QR code, and the requirement to battle with friends has been lowered to good friends, which I think is 7 days. Right?
Yep.
Maximum number of gifts you can carry will remain at 20, but you will be able to open up 30 gifts a day from the 20. Before it was 20 and 20. You will continue to receive 3 times the Stardust and XP for your first Pokemon catch of the day. I think most people don't even know that was a change because of the pandemic. They just, but that was a change. And then you can check out for further updates. Okay, so that was all the changes. This was very heated.
Yep.
Specifically because the one thing, I will reread it, the one thing that everyone seemed to actually really be upset about, although I'm sure you can find somebody that was upset about the buddy feature. Pokestop and gym distance were increased, enabling people to engage from further away. After this change, the distance will revert back to the standard distance when it makes sense in different places, though it may be increased for future events or past or part of a certain feature. Okay, so the drama. Here's the thing. When this happened, specifically this Pokestop and gym distance, people on Twitter and Reddit and in Discord communities and on Facebook, I'm sure, I don't go to Facebook, but I'm sure they were angry over there, were very angry about this change specifically. And they were complaining to Niantic on Twitter, but they also went to Niantic's employees' Twitters to complain because they felt like Niantic wasn't listening to them in this regard. And specifically, Liz, who some hardcore people might know, is the head of social media for Pokemon Go for Niantic in the United States. Now, there is different managers for India, Korea, Japan, and there are different managers for different games. So, like, Niantic has a media manager for Ingress and for Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Liz specifically only deals with Pokemon Go. I've worked with Liz a ton of times. She's incredible. She's great. And she has said for the last however many years that her Twitter account is her personal Twitter account. She does not report on anything Niantic official. Even in her little bio, it says, hey, if you're having trouble with Pokemon Go, sorry, I cannot help you. You must use at Niantic support or whatever it is, Pokemon Go support. But if people were like, hey, when is Caterpie getting a cowboy hat? She would be like, hey, I can't answer that, but if you want to give feedback about the Caterpie hat, here is where you can go. And because people were so upset about the Pokestop and gym interaction distances were increased, or now they're decreasing, they personally attacked Liz on her personal Twitter, and she has deactivated her Twitter. She is now gone from Twitter, and we haven't heard from her since. And it is incredibly unfortunate and incredibly frustrating that at the end of the day, this is just a video game. And a lot of people like it, but there is no situation where you need to harass a single Niantic employee for a game that has decisions not made by her, made by two global Goliaths, Niantic and the Pokemon Company. And her job is just to make sure that she gets that information out there the best she can, right? Because like, if she personally had a problem with something, she isn't going to complain about it on her personal Twitter. She's going to use the Pokemon Go Twitter to communicate what needs to be communicated the best that she can communicate it.
Yep.
I don't understand, because it's like, this is a change that was made because of a change in the circumstances of the world. The world is reverting back to what it somewhat what it used to be. So those changes are going to get reverted back. This is how things work.
I understand why people are frustrated with it.
I do too.
And I get that there is no reason. There's no real good reason to change it back. Like, it helped a lot of people. It helped in a lot of ways, whether they intended it or not. And
they can sell more remote raid passes.
Taking it away is a money move, right? Like, there are business decisions, not personal decisions, why they made this change. I don't agree with it. I think they should have just left it because it helped a lot of people and they feel discounted. What is the problem is that when they take that into personal attacks and drive an employee away, it ultimately hurts what you're trying to get across because you did it in such a poor fashion that people can easily write you off. And it is never, ever, 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 ever okay to attack another human being for the decision that your company made. There are a lot of things that my company does that I hate. The amount of input they come to me for those day-to-day decisions is exactly zero. You can be mad at me, but that's fine. I can't change them. A single person doesn't deserve abuse because you're mad in the minute. You can make the decision that, yes, Niantic has made a very poor decision. It's one that you absolutely don't agree with, and it's one that you can decide whether or not you wish to continue doing business with that company if they show no efforts to communicate you when you are trying to communicate reasonably. When you become unreasonable, it is easy for the company to ignore you. It is easy for the company to point out to your poor behavior and write you off as a bad actor, especially if you drive somebody off a social media platform. It is a terrible decision that you made, and you should just not do it. It is not right. You don't want people attacking you. Don't attack other people. It is incredibly frustrating when they do this, and they do this about a million things in a million fandoms. They have chased people off social media platforms just for the dumbest, most frustrating reasons, and people will point to that example as a way to discount your opinion for the rest of time. Because you prove yourself to be an ultimate jerk.
Troll. Yep. What's also interesting, too, is as part of this dynamic is that there are sufficient people who are like, I play this game, I don't put any money into it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That then they can't say, well, I'm voting with my dollar. Right. I'm going to walk away and not pay for this anymore. So then they're like, well, then how can I affect change? But, of course, you don't affect change by being a troll.
Right.
So
the frustrating thing, too, is like I feel like the people yelling at Liz or other employees on Niantic, look, you can find the other Niantic employees. You can find the ones that are Liz's boss or Liz's boss's boss on Twitter. But because Liz has social media in her job title, and because Liz is active on Pogo, active on Twitter as just somebody who uses Twitter a lot, I guess people decided to go to her. But what these people don't understand, and I'm assuming it's the people, I know for sure it's the people yelling at Liz, and as I've talked with Liz tons of times, like I said, I've worked with her and Niantic on stuff. I've always told you guys when, if Niantic pays for my event, I let you guys know. But she deeply cares about Pokemon and Pokemon Go.
Yep.
She wants the game to be the best it can be. And she maybe personally disagreed with the radius change. But she can't say that on her personal Twitter because that's not allowed. And she, behind the scenes, could have been fighting to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we needed more time. And to all those people that were like, well, she should have just communicated that. That's not how it works on her personal Twitter. Have you ever had any sort of corporate job?
Yeah. It's not how corporations work. It's not how corporate jobs work. People get fired over what they put on their social media if it disparages the company. If it goes against what their official statement is, people will lose their job if it's on the personal Twitter and you think that personal Twitter is locked away so they can't find it.
Even if for whatever crazy reason you were like, oh, well, Liz didn't listen to us or Liz didn't fight for us. It's not like she's getting your raid dollars when you do like
Right.
Well, yeah, but also that's not her position in the company. She's not
Right.
making decisions about the architecture of the game.
Right.
All she's doing is communicating what she's been given to communicate.
And
I don't
if you
think
think if you think you are safe, if you think, oh, she could hide it on an alt account, there are people that find alt accounts, print out Twitter, and send it to the company to deliberately get them fired. This happens multiple times. This happens multiple ways. People will ruin people's lives and jobs over these things. So don't think like, oh, she could have coded it, or she could have hid it, or she could use a separate thing to let us all know. If she's letting you know, her bosses will find out, and they will have grounds for termination.
The Pokemon Go community doesn't realize how great Liz is. Like, other games would love to have somebody who is so passionate about not only their product, but the brand itself, which is Pokemon.
Right.
Like, Liz both cared so much about Pogo and wanting Pogo to be the best game it can be, but she also is a huge Pokemon fan and was a huge Pokemon fan before Pogo was even a thing. And to have her driven off Twitter because people are upset that their game is changing. And like, to me, it's like, yes, this change sucks, but you also played the game for over 4 years with it like this. It's not like
exactly. Yes.
I mean,
like, I get that it like there is not. I can't sit here and be like, well, they're changing it because of this, because there's really not a good reason for them to change it. But
I think that's the saying, like, oh, this is the way it was. When you get an improved version, for them to say, well, we're going to go back to the version that was bad, is always going to taste bad. Yeah,
totally.
I played it like this for 4 years, and it was not great. It was an irritant. You finally fixed the irritant. It's like saying,
But I wasn't an irritant, but like, it wasn't actually irritating.
It was for some people in remote locations, people who have mobility problems. There are multiple issues that feed into this. It wasn't an issue to you. Like, it's like saying I had thick socks on and I never felt the pebble in my shoe. It was great when you finally took it out, and now you put another pebble in my shoe and I feel it again. I don't feel it as bad. It's still there, but I can still walk. There are people who couldn't play the game because of these restrictions and could once it got released. There was things tied into this. Because it didn't affect you as bad, it still isn't a reason that it's fine to go back to it.
Yes.
I mean, so I think people are rightly upset. The going back to the way it was for not great reasons feels bad, especially to people who found the game so much more playable, who are now being told we're reverting back to a game that isn't as playable for you, that does once again create an obstacle for you playing the game. After 15 months of this, and we're going back, mostly it feels like for money. It's a bad experience, and it's one they didn't have to do.
But also, fundamentally, the only way that Niantic is going to notice that this has had an impact on player base is from a change in income, and we know they will see no change in income.
I don't get how this makes them more money. Because, like, people can't reach a Pokestop now, so they're gonna buy Pokeballs in their shop.
They can't.
They'll buy Pokeballs.
Spin for stuff.
They'll do raid passes. That gym that was reachable from their house is now a remote raid pass because they can't get to it for whatever reason. It does affect in minor ways how people have to interact with the game for not real great reasons. Going back to the way it was when the world isn't back to the way it was. It just
I
feels,
agree with that. Like,
it feels not great across all levels. I get why people are mad, and for people who this really impacts, like in rural areas, people who are who have mobility issues, these things do hurt, and I think we all sort of need to acknowledge the fact that there are a segment of players who these things really do hurt more than it affects us. I can get in my car and drive wherever. I'll have to do it, and it puts me out. For some people, it is a much harder burden for not a great reason. And I think it's that sort of message of we're constantly monitoring and we're monitoring our player base and we're invested to how you play the game. And those two messages don't fit well together, and that makes people very angry. And I understand that, and I think that anger is valid. I think your expression of anger is not necessarily the way that should happen.
Yes. No, there are plenty of minor changes that have driven me away from a game. And the example I used on Twitter was Destiny. Like, I put 4 years into Destiny, 1,500 plus hours. I played it with Will and Irene almost every single night. Like, I was the person that was buying the $50 emblems because I wanted every single emblem in my game. And Destiny 2 changed such enough little things that it wasn't enjoyable for me anymore. And there were pretty little things. And I just walked away from Destiny. I didn't find developers on Twitter to tweet at. I didn't make huge threads on Reddit complaining. I just moved on to a different game. And there are plenty of games out there. And if these changes are frustrating enough to you, I get it. I get walking away from the game. They are not frustrating enough for me because my vision of what Pokemon Go is lined up with Niantic's vision, which is I want to go outside and I want to go explore and I want to spin stops. And this was something like a friend I used to play Go with a lot, we always disagreed with because they didn't want to walk. They wanted to get into their car and they wanted to drive to stop. And I would do that because like that's what they wanted to do and that was most comfortable for them. But I hated playing Go like that. I wanted to be on my feet. I wanted to walk from place to place. And I there is like a small, I guess, respect that I have for Niantic to be like, this is how we want people to play our game. We want people to go outside. We want people to walk. We want them to explore new places. Go like, I've never been over to that location. I've never spun that Pokestop. I guess I'm going to walk there for the first time. I have a respect for that of like, this is how we want people to do that. And I totally agree with people being like, why decrease the Pokestop distance? What are you getting out of it? I don't.
The thing is I think they showed that they had great ideas of how to get people to play the game they want the game to be played, right? Like there are bonuses for walking and all those things. Like they added those perks in. So like you get a benefit if you play the game the way that they envisioned the game being played. What's frustrating is they also took what feels like a punitive measure as well to say, we also don't want you to play this way. And that is not a great thing for a company to do. No matter what. Like, if you really want to encourage them to play a certain way, encourage them. Yes. But don't mandate them is, I think, really where some of the problem comes into. And I'll say another thing, like,
I think they did that really well with weather, by the way.
Yes.
When they introduced weather, they didn't want to discourage people in any way.
Right.
So when you're catching weather boosted Pokemon, you are getting rewarded for it. So I think they figured it out, and I feel like they nailed it the first time with weather, and they don't get enough credit for that.
Yeah. But you're only judged by your last success or failure. The past doesn't matter. I think it's okay to go express to the company of a game that you love that you hope they will change before you walk away.
I'm not telling people not to express their
I think it's fine
their
to go to a Reddit to say, this is my thoughts. I agree with this. I think it's okay to write them a letter. I think it's okay to reach out to them in email or on Twitter in a respectful way to say, here's what this does to me. Please understand. And if after you have done that and they still don't listen, then make your choice whether you can accept it or move on. I don't want to come across like like just pick up your bags and leave. I mean, that is absolutely an option. That's the option I usually take. Like, I don't care enough about the state of your game and making you money for me to tell you how to fix your game, so I'm just going to walk. There are a lot of people who are way more invested in things than I am, and I would say, yes, make your opinion heard in a respectful, calm manner, because that is going to be taken a lot more seriously than driving somebody off of the internet because you are making death threats or a million other horrible things that people do.
I don't know if I have anything else. Oh, I
Drama.
do. I do. If I ever saw anyone in our Discords, communities, Slacks, if I saw you tweeting that kind of stuff at a Pokemon employee, Niantic, Game Freak, you would be banned from our community instantly. I don't want people in our communities harassing other employees because they are unhappy of tree texture in Sword and Shield. The trees do look bad. We know.
Stop. Would you stop? Stop.
The trees
are fine.
They're fine.
They're subpar.
You're
Compared
subpar.
to what? Reality? It's an art style.
The problem the problem is, like, Niantic always seems to just drop the ball in communication.
They do.
They do
and
have
they
a
make
tendency to do
decisions. They tend to make decisions in a very narrow field and don't explain why they've chosen a narrow field. Like, there's a lot of people who fall out, and there's a lot of good reasons that, like, never seem to be addressed or considered in the way they communicate. And I think that adds to the frustration. And this is across so many companies who put things out and they're just like, and that's the decision we made, and we did all of this research, and it's like 2 seconds you get to see all this and you didn't address it.
But even more than that, fundamentally, every corporation, they will not ever say this to you.
Right.
But there are customers and communities they care about. There are customers and communities they don't care about. And if you're in the set that they don't care about, they don't care about you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not making decisions to benefit you. Done.
I think overall this press release was fine. I think it was good.
It's fine. I mean,
I think probably if the Pokestop thing wasn't here, most people would be like, okay, yeah, we figured this was coming. We'll see what Niantic does. I guess you could maybe argue that they backtracked on Mega stuff after people complained, even though I think all the changes didn't make anyone feel better at all. And like I said on the show, I bet they would have done all of those changes anyways, because everything in Pogo is very hard up front. A couple months pass, slightly easier. A year passes, give it to everyone. It's literally just a patience game with them. So I really don't think the complaints about Mega Evolution actually affected anything. I think they just, I think they were going to do those changes anyways. They just moved them up like 2 weeks. Question of the week?
all right. Question of the week. Hallelujah, question of the week. It's that time again.
It's not raining, and the sun came out, Greg.
It was raining earlier.
That's true.
It's the last podcast of Pride, so I guess we'll do this one. Steven says, I would like to repost Tone Ring's wonderful question from 2 weeks ago that was not selected. What Pokemon would you
that
pick?
sounds like Steven. It certainly does.
What Pokemon would you pick to join a Pride Parade? Happy Pride.
Definitely not Torchic after its behavior
No.
at that other parade.
Torchic has proven that it cannot handle Pride events. All right, so Sylveon, naturally. Gardevoir, of course. Florges, absolutely. Roserade, Roselia, 100%. I could be convinced on Beartick. Like, Beartick and Ursaring are probably going to be on their own float. They're going to represent the eagle walking down the parade for sure. You know that the popular dance bar is going to have Machamp on there because it's already in Skimpy Shorts, and it already has shown in Pokemon Step that it knows how to dance and flex, and people are always there for that. There is going to be a section that has Sandshrew in the workout gear from the anime because that is a community that always is at parade.
Well, yeah,
Easy.
you're gonna have all the circuit queens, Machamp,
Machamp,
Conkeldurr is up in there.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But naturally, Ho-Oh, of course, the rainbow Pokemon.
Xerneas will be probably a Grand Marshal.
Grand Marshal.
Xerneas. For sure.
Steve, do you have a pick?
You know, Greg really went through that whole list. I had thoughts until he said Beartick. It was all down the gutter.
Sandshrew, get in the pool. It's the underwear party.
Whirly Birdie.
I love Whirly Burly.
No, you know the Buizel and Floatzel.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Floatzel. Yeah, the otters are always going to be there.
Oshawott. Heck
yeah. Yeah, Oshawott's there. Don't shake your head at me.
Will Pokemon of the Week.
Oh boy.
Are we not doing a YouTuber?
Well, we could do. I didn't even have the. Sorry, again, the Beartick comment really. Usually, I'm so structured. I just wasn't I should expected the most detailed of answers from Greg during that.
That's why I'm on the show.
What do we got for YouTube? YouTube, we can do.
Mimic You can come out from under the cloth.
This is a good one.
Pride.
This is a good one. This is from Spade from our YouTube. Who would you like to show up as a character on Pokemon Unite? Do you think we will see other Pokemon like Legends, Megas, etc.? They did say that there will be Legends that spawn in the center of the arena during matches. I don't know what that looks like. They did say more characters are coming. Blastoise, Gardevoir, and then question mark.
I mean, we all know what I want. That's easy. I want my Roserade family, I want my Sableye, and I want Mamoswine.
Ooh, Mamoswine.
Yeah, Mamoswine would be a great defender.
I was going to say a defender probably,
or,
right?
Yeah, some sort of bulky, tanky thing. I would also put in Bolton as a fast...
A speedster, I think they call it.
Yeah, speedster.
Gengar's a speedster, I think.
Yeah.
Here's a real hot take. Miltank. Think of Miltank rolling, like roll out.
Okay, why?
Because I don't know, just the
how does this relate to
visual.
Pokemon Unite?
The visual of a cow rolling through a battlefield is just very funny.
It's very good.
Alt.
Yeah.
It could replenish its own health, milk drink.
Yeah. I could see it as a support, and then it has an ultimate roll through the entire
like
field
like
attack.
Cramorant goes up and grabs onto his udder and then also gets health back.
And you are shaking your head at me about the pride choices, and you're gonna bring that into the conversation. Will, who do you want?
Cow.
I want to see Talonflame in Pokemon Unite.
Talonflame is in Pokemon Unite.
I got what I wanted. That's all I needed.
What if they added Volcarona?
Well, I was actually thinking, my honest answer was, where are our moth/butterfly-based Pokemon in this game?
Not
That's
here.
I wouldn't want Butterfree. Give me the Venomoth.
I mean, okay, fine. Could we get one of them, though?
Yeah. We need Vivillon.
Vivillon,
Ooh.
Volcarona.
Yeah.
Volcarona would be good.
Volcarona would be great.
Volcarona would just blaze the entire field.
Volcarona would
to,
be
to
support, but not
flames.
healing support.
Definitely not.
It's like slowing them down, the quiver dancing, the string shotting.
Yeah. What about poison? Do we have any poisoners out there? I guess Gengar is going to be up in there.
Yeah, Gengar's probably a poisoner.
Because I think like Scolipede might be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, Scolipede would be great. Jeff would play Scolipede for sure. All right,
Question of the week, Will.
Pokemon of the week, Will.
Oh, sorry. Pokemon of the
All
week.
right. So last week's Pokemon, I don't think that I said it specifically, but it is in a very unique category because of its weight. So its weight affects how much damage or what the attack power of Low Kick and Grass Knot are. Its weight impacts whether it has a modifier for getting caught by a heavy ball, whether it can compete in Fancy Cup, Light Cup, and whether it can or cannot be taken into the air by Skydrop. Here, who even knew that if a Pokemon is too heavy, it can't be picked up by Skydrop? This was news to me. And also, its evolution is Jeff's favorite Pokemon, and I feel justified in saying that since Jeff was referenced as a potential member of Team Slush Rush. So, there you go.
It's
Chatot.
Chatot is eligible for Fancy and Light Cup.
It's Bergmite.
Bergmite, it's just because of that strange thing about its particular weight that it is the only Pokemon that meets all of those criteria. Very strange.
And Avalugg is Jeff's favorite.
Yes, Avalugg is, well, I mean, may not be anymore. I don't know. But
I
at a
still think it's
time,
up there.
Avalugg was
Yeah.
Jeff's.
The shuffle icon is incredible. Because it's the entire Pokemon.
Well, it's a little guy. Heavy little guy.
I like I do like the shiny. I feel a little conflicted about the fact that it's yellow snow, but
Well, you know.
I said a little conflicted, not majorly conflicted.
I mean, is it snow or is it ice?
I mean, we're splitting hairs at that point, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, what about next week?
Well, what's,
All right.
We have no. There's literally no.
There's nothing.
Unfortunately,
There's
I
nothing.
can't help
It's
with
a
that.
iceberg stalagmite.
Here we go. This is for all the Pokemon Go drama. This is a Pokemon Go Pokemon of the Week. I finally added this week's Pokemon to my Pokedex by completing a portion of a special research task that began on December 14th, 2020. It is not the final goal Pokemon of the special research, but only one you collect along the way after giving your buddy 10 treats. Jesse and James are no longer required for this special research. This Pokemon was a notable addition to my Pokemon Go collection because it seems like it should be relatively common, but I had neither caught it in the wild nor hatched it from an egg since its initial release on May 17th, 2019. It turns out that this Pokemon is not usually available from eggs and can only be caught when a mossy lure is used on a Pokestop. This Pokemon has 2 fast attacks, Bullet Seed and Tackle, and 3 charged attacks, Dazzling Gleam, Petal Blizzard, and Seed Bomb. This Pokemon can evolve into one of 2 final forms, randomly determined within Pokemon Go. The final evolution is generally available in the wild in Pokemon Go, but the form you will see depends on weather conditions at the time of capture. You cannot alternate the forms within Pokemon Go. There you go. Not too hard, not too easy. Pokemon Go players, put your thinking caps on.
I forgot to say somewhere earlier in the episode, there was an issue with Apple Podcasts last week. Nothing I can do here. We've talked about this before. There was an issue on Spotify like 3 months ago. This is what I will say, though. Because if you made it to the end, you're obviously a hardcore fan. Thank you for making it to the end. But let me tell you the details here. I don't expect anyone to understand how podcasts work. But it's really straightforward on my end.
It's the Wild West.
I upload the podcast only once. I edit it. Well, I technically upload it 3 times, but that's because we have a premium feed and whatnot. Anyways, I edit the podcast. I hit the upload button. And once it goes onto the RSS feed, it goes everywhere. Where our show is available on 200 different podcast apps: Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Overcast, you name it, Podbean. We're there. Think of 185 other podcast apps. We're there. I don't specifically ever, and no podcaster does, upload specifically to Spotify or specifically to Stitcher. That's just not how podcasting works. So when it doesn't appear on your favorite service, I assure you that I didn't forget to upload it to that service because that doesn't happen.
Yep.
But this is what I can guarantee. If I got hit by a bus on Sunday night, while in my last dying breath, I will text Will and I will say, make sure that Monday's episode gets published, and it will. It will get published. It gets published every Monday morning at 6 a.m. Central Time, no matter what. So if it is 6:10 a.m. and you're like, where is my podcast? It is undoubtedly your app and not me. Because when I'm crushed underneath that bus, I will make sure I hit that upload button, or Will hits that upload button. So the other way you can test that is if you just go to our website, PokemonPodcast.com. If the episode is there on the website and it's not in your favorite podcast app like Stitcher, there's probably an issue with Stitcher. There's not a lot I can do to specifically fix that. But Apple Podcast has had a lot of issues in the last week, specifically because they were supposed to release their premium podcast episodes on June 15th, and that never happened. Like, I uploaded the premium podcast for Apple Podcasts, and that button doesn't even appear for listeners yet. I've done everything they said they were going to do. And for some people, the episode popped up in Apple Podcasts. Some people it didn't. I did get a couple tweets being like, did you forget to upload to Apple Podcasts? No, I didn't. Apple Podcasts is just broken this week. But like I said, I promise you 6 a.m. Central Time every Monday, the episode will be there. And if it's not there, it might be your podcast app. Unless suddenly I go missing. But I don't. Even if I go missing, Will will make sure the podcast goes
Yes, correct.
That's like one of the most important things ever, is that consistency of making sure the episode goes up. Hopefully it's fixed this week. Let me know. You know, I think if it doesn't show up in Apple Podcasts right away, I'm sure I will hear on Twitter or whatnot. But like I said, I promise you, every Monday, 6 a.m. Central Time, the episode will go up no matter what. So yeah, thank you for listening. If you want to follow us on Twitter, Greg is at White Wing, Will is at Washington the Sink, I'm at Dragging a Lake, podcast on Twitter at PKMNcast. Same thing for Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, all that stuff. If you're listening to this on Monday, the week 3 of my XDL, I'm in a draft league for battles, so if you would like to see my progress in the draft league, that should be up on YouTube by the time you're listening to this. It was a fun match, I promise. But thank you for making it to the end. What is our hidden word this week?
Cashew butter.
Cashew butter. Cashew
Love-
butter Bidoof.
Yeah.
Love
Remember,
that
your
butter.
Your golden Bidoofs, your shiny Bidoofs, which are a lighter color, should be cashew butter and not peanut butter. Just saying.
Thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to like and subscribe and all that stuff, because, I don't know, you have to say it, otherwise people don't do it. But thank you for making it to the end. We will see you guys next week. This has been another episode of the Pokemon Podcast, and we are...
Super effective.
Super sloppy Torchic. Sloppy Torchic.
Torchic.
Buddy.